Yeah, we're over here at Tmtrailersales. I'm gonna show you guys where we at. Real good buddies of mine. They're trying to help me figure out my ABS light situation that I got going on, and they hooked me up with some cool things. So I'm gonna show you guys the property right quick, just a little bit. Everybody, most people went home. A couple guys are staying over to work on my truck. But if you guys ever looking for like a RGN, step deck, flatbed, whatever you need, they can get it done for you. They got some pretty good stuff over here. I just want to show you guys right quick. My buddy Gabe, he's real cool, real good guy. They're real more family oriented. The best thing I like about them is that it feels like it's great, just great customer service. That's all that it is, just great customer service. When I say there's not a lot of people in the truck industry that just have that, they have that great customer service. And this is not no sponsor video, nothing like that. They're not paying me to say this. They're just really good guys. So Gabe, if you're watching this, man, appreciate you for every time you've taken care of me and my dad, because you guys always look out. But just want to show out some of their equipment. So if you guys ever thought about, you know, joining this side of the force, you can hop into it, man. They got good stuff though, man. Really good stuff. This orange one is real sexy, real beautiful. I might get Gabe to come out here and talk about it real quick before I dip off up out of here. Real good stuff, man. Real good stuff. I mean, real good stuff, y'all. And this is where I bought my RGN from. This is also where I bought my step deck from. And my step deck and my RGN are Fontaine equipment. I got this 13 axle set up. Well, it's really this 3 plus 3 plus 2. So that's 6. That's 8 axles, including the 4 axles on your truck. That will be what, 12? But let's go back over there and go check them out. Like I said, man, really good guys. Over here, they're located down here in Jackson, right past right next to the Peterbilt. And it's actually it's on the same exit if you're going to, you know, the Pilot over here off of 75. If you're going 75 south, they got the Pilot, the Loves, and I think there's a TA over here with a truck wash and everything like that. And then you got the Peterbilt right over here. You'll see the Peterbilt right across on the highway. This is where I be hanging out at. They got wood for you. So if you want to get your trailer redecked, whether it's a Big Tex, Hot Shot, whatever, as long as if it's a trailer you want to get it redecked, they can redeck it for you. They do all that stuff over here too. I wish you guys could have met the mama. She was real cool, real sweet. I got to meet her for the first time today. She was real sweet. And then you got this over here too as well. So like I said, if you got a trailer, they'll redeck your whole trailer for you. So they do all the good stuff.
So this is a 3-axle, 55-ton setup. Okay. On this type of trailer. Right. Where it tilts up in the air, axles roll forward, bed tilts up in the air, and then you can drive machinery on it. Talk about easy, you don't have to take no neck off. Right. So whenever you see Sunbelt running around, or Herc, or Synergy, or any of the equipment rental companies, any of the heavy wrecker companies, any of them, they'll be running something like this. Yeah. This is a really heavy duty one with 3 axles. I think I've seen a couple. I never thought of them. I just thought that's what the rental companies use for easy transport. But I mean, if you already plugged in with them, it would make sense to get this trailer. It has all these cylinders down here. Just slide all those axles on some rollers forward. Okay. So all those axles will come back. When it gets all the way back to the lock position, it kind of falls into a pocket, we call it, and it's kind of locked stable for traveling down the road and everything. That's what's up. Hope I'm not looking too crusty. Now I need to go get a haircut, but it's all good. I'm gonna go pick up this load. It picks up in Noonan, Georgia. Picking up from the same company that we picked up for last time. I am excited today because we have a big surprise. So my guy Gabe over there at Tmtrailersales, he helped me with a gauge. All right, so this is an airway gauge. It's a digital gauge, and he's got the whole system running through my back axles. Right, they did a lot of good stuff for this trailer. Like I said, I bought this trailer used, right, but there's a lot of good features that this trailer had that I wasn't able to. But a lot of the pieces that were up there, I couldn't use. So I wasn't able to use a lot of the pieces. Like for instance, I'll show you. So on my front axle, I have a lift axle. It's basically a chain up. So I chain up the axle, and then I have to dump the airbags when it's empty, and then the airbags won't fill up, and then that way I can use my lift axle when I'm traveling, you know, going on the highway, and I want to save tires, save fuel. I can lift this axle up, chain it up, then I can flip this axle and ride on just that axle. But I wasn't able to do that properly because I thought I had to lift this up, but the airbags would still be inflated. So they fixed that for me. It's got 2 handles in the middle right there. You hit the handles and it dumps the air. Well, it doesn't allow the air to transfer to that airbag. And then of course, I got my flip, and I had a button back here that I didn't even know. This dumps the airbags back here, and then that engages the airbags back here. So I have all these cool features. Wasn't able to use them because some of the pieces were broke, or just used, wear and tear, whatever. It's not a big deal. Really wasn't a big deal. Got them fixed. But now we got that digital gauge. That is the most exciting piece. Excuse me. So as you can see, it's a real life digital gauge. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, pick up this phone. It's a real life digital gauge, and it's calculating all of my axles back here. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to a scale first before I go pick this load up. It's going to take a little bit of time, so we got to be quick. So, because I got to go pick this thing up. So I'm going to go to a scale first, pick this load up, or not pick this load, go to a scale first, weigh myself empty. It's going to cost about $13.50. Weigh myself empty, see what the scale says, and then make sure that what the scale is saying on my phone is actually what's reading on this. That's going to be my empty weight. Then when we go get the load, we're going to go ahead and put the load on the trailer, which is actually a legal load. It's not really, excuse me, it's not really heavy. I think it's only like 30,000 pounds. But with my setup, if I go over 32,000 pounds, I'm overweight. You know what I mean? My setup is a little funny because, like I said, this trailer by itself weighs 28,000 pounds. My whole setup together weighs 48,000 pounds. So my truck by itself weighs 20,000 pounds. So it's a heavy setup. But like I said, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the scale. We gotta pick which scale house we're going to now. So I'm going up to Newnan, so I gotta kind of decide where I'm gonna go ahead and get this done at. I gotta pick the scale house that I'm going to, get myself weighed there, and then once I get myself weighed there, I bring that same load back onto that same scale, so that way I have the exact same numbers and reading the same numbers, so I won't be off by anything like that. So yesterday it was reading 11.6. I think that's the number that I'm reading when I'm actually have actual ride level height. So when I'm at ride height, all my airbags are up, I am at 11.7. Now yesterday it was reading around 12,340 pounds. So we're gonna see if it gets up to there. If not, then that's cool. It's still going, so I'm assuming that it's still building up air pressure in there. But right now we're holding about 12,000 pounds. That's about a solid, there you go, 12,000 pounds, so boom. So right there, we're at 12,000 pounds. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna set it up yet. I have to go into the settings and everything like that, because it is touchscreen. If you guys didn't know that, it is touchscreen, so you can do all these cool features with it. So this is factory, and this is manual. All right, so I'm not gonna touch any of that yet because I'm not ready for that just yet. And then it's got like an alarm system, like if you're going over, if you know that, like I think I can set it up where it'll have an alarm system. So let's say if I know I'm about to be so like I said, 30,000 pounds is my limit before I'm over 80,000 pounds, right? So if I put it at 30, that'll be an alarm. Once I put it up here, I have to figure out, let's say first I go to a scale and I know this load I'm about to get, I'm legal weight. So I'll put this alarm in saying that if I go past this certain weight on my axles, I'm gonna be overweight. Cool things like that, cool features like that, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and hit the road. I think we're all set up, we're all warmed up. I got my drink. Like I said, I'm gonna go to hit this scale house. Gotta figure out which one I'm gonna go to first. Once I go to the scale house, then we're gonna go pick up the load, pick that puppy up, and then once we pick that load up, we're gonna go ahead and get rescaled and then head down to Savannah. So let's get it. All right, so we're on a scale right now. We gotta try to be quick. I'm only about 5 minutes away from my pickup. So we're gonna go ahead and put this in. We're at the right scales. We're gonna go next, accept 1350. And we're gonna go ahead and check out and see how much this is actually gonna pull up right here on my trailer axles. So right now we're reading at 11.84. My trailer axle is set at 15.960 right now, empty. So what we're gonna do is we're going to go to settings, go to the one, oh, I guess you can go to the weight, manual, and then this is my empty weight, yes, and then we're gonna go up. So our number is 15, so we're gonna slide over, put that 5, and then it's a 960, 9, slide over. 6. Oh, excuse me. 6. So 15,960. That's our weight right now. I'm gonna hit OK. So 15,960 is our empty weight. All right. So now that we've done our empty weight, which is pretty simple, now we have to slide over. So actually, see, look. So my empty weight is 48,580 pounds, which I already knew that. I always say 48,000 pounds, but we're at 48,580. So you add an extra 30,000 pounds to that. Let's calculate that. I think that's like 78,580 plus 30,000. 78,580 pounds. But if you want to be more exact, we'll go down to 8. We'll go to 80,000 minus 48,580. Boom. That's my max that I can take before I'm overweight. Before I'm over 80,000 pounds and I got to start acquiring permits. That's my max. My max is 31,420. Now, it used to be 32,000, but it makes sense now because now that I put the headache rack up there, the headache rack adds that extra weight to it. So I can't put 32,000 pounds up here now. So I know if I'm above 31,000 pounds, I'm right there pushing the envelope. Good thing I got a full tank of fuel on both sides, so I'm completely full, knowing exactly what I'm going to carry, because this is all that I carry when I go on the road right here. So now that I set my empty weight, let's go pick up this load so that way I can go in and set my heavy weight, so that way it can calculate it every time I'm on a scale on its own in the future. So let's get to it. All right, we're here at the scale now. We're loaded, so we're gonna go back. Remember, we did this. We're gonna do hit done. We're gonna hit confirm. We're back at the same spot again. Make sure all my axes on the scale, which they are, and then we're gonna do a reweigh. Do next. It's $4 for the reweigh. Right now it says we're sitting at 28,380 pounds. So see if this thing is accurate. Hopefully it is. Hopefully it is. It'll be a bummer if it's not. Saying it's 28380. Woo! All right, so I gotta set this scale now to, I gotta calibrate this one, which is go to settings, we go to your weigh, manual, then we're gonna go with loaded. Is load heavy? Yes. Then we're gonna go and set our numbers. Instead of 5, what's the number set? The number set it was what? 3, 2, 32640 640. All right, 32640. Boom, boom. All right, so now we should be calibrated, and the only way to really test it is when I get another load. So boom, yeah, I'm at legal weight too, so everything on me is legal, so I'm good to run. So I'm 76,620 pounds. $32,640. It's about the same. It's about the same. It's a good estimate. If it's a couple hundred pounds off, I don't mind that. I don't mind that. Now, if I was a couple thousand pounds off, then we'll have a whole different discussion. So let's get rolling. Let's get up out of here. Make our way downtown. figured I'd show the process of what's of how this works down here, because a lot of people don't know how this works. So I already did one, but I said, oh, let me go throw my GoPro. Don't miss none of the footage, you know, because this is the hardest part of the job. It's always a workout, never gets old. Once this picks it up a little bit, once it gets a little tilt on it, I'll go ahead and pull forward. I really can go ahead and pull forward now, but I like to give my bags a chance to go all the way up so that way it's nice and snug in there. I won't get no surprises. What I mean by surprises, you know, it's not in there properly and it snatches off, because my ramps are built a little different than most people's. So I don't want it to ever, you know what I mean, pop off to the side or anything like that. But we already got everything unchained. Once I pull forward, I'm gonna go take my paperwork to, I actually gotta start filling out some of my paperwork and take it to them so that way they can do their job. Should be ready to go out now. So when it lifts forward, it pops up. So if I don't live by, everybody's get a chance to do what they're supposed to do, you know. Clean up my bed. But I just got my paperwork signed off, and here comes the fun part of this whole thing, is lining everything back up and getting it in there in one go. So hopefully we can get her in one go. I know a lot of people say just pull up straight and pull right back in. Sometimes it's not that easy, especially with the setup I got. It's just truly not that easy half the time. It's truly not that easy. I wish it was, but what I like to do is like to get right up on it, then I'll get out and then I'll make sure that it's still lined up, because sometimes you could be off, you know. All right, so I just gotta go straight back now. I dropped my pin in, so this will tell me if I'm in there all the way. That'll let me know if I'm in there all the way. So what I'm waiting on is the click. It'll make a little click once it's in there. Well, hey, look, I'm in there. So I'll dump my air up by right there. I got closer to it. I'll watch it go down, and then I'll just in there. Give it one good tug. I'll hit it one more time. Make sure that kingpin is released, because if you push against the kingpin, it won't release. and then you got to come back and redo everything all over again. Make sure everything's good, put the gloves back on. Get that out the way so it won't hit nothing or damage anything. Cool. And then now that's released, I check my pin. Even though it went in, just check my pin, double check everything. Pin is in there, boom. Go to the front. It's a job now, it's a job. And we pull forward. We'll let that neck drop again. She'll realign herself now that she's actually in place. So let that neck drop again. Boom. I give myself enough room. If I can put my chains back, if I gotta go to a quick job, you know, if I gotta hurry up and do something, I'll give myself enough room so I can maneuver right here, so I won't, you know, touch no grease, nothing like that. And then here comes the fun part. Now that that's in there, that's the only thing holding up the neck. And then there's two pieces. There's a piece here and a piece in there that drops into it that kind of snugs it, gives you that extra security. Then you put your blocks back. Pull out your lines. And then you want to color code these. If these don't come color coded, if you do have an RGN, go ahead and color code them. That way you know which one goes where. Ain't out here looking doofus, like a doofus. Now it depends on. Sometimes it depends on which side, but one of these usually, I guess because of the way it falls down, or I don't know exactly. It's always. One of them is always not all the way in, so sometimes I have to hammer this one back down. That's why I have to hammer, so I can get it back into place. Boom. That's one down. Now we gotta go to the second one. Pull all the way out, swing it, lock it in place. Take this. See, that one went on easy. So usually it's either or, but it's not always going to be both of them that's going to be tight to put on. It's always going to be either or. All right, slide out. All my air hoses are lined up. Take this back. Put this back inside here. Like I said, people, this is a job. It's not that bad. Yeah, I think I'm a bigger guy. So, should be easy on the smaller people. Now that chain is locked in. This chain, I never leave this chain out. But these chains right here, I usually, you know, why not, you know? But I never leave this chain out. It's my long chain, it's my baby. My 20-footers. Folks be like, man, you don't do no work. Please. Please. Lie again. And because this is a short run, I'm just gonna be heading back home 3 hours. So. Now sometimes what you'll have to do is you'll have to put it in all lock all, you have to lock all the wheels up and put it in there. Don't want to hit it too hard. There you go. Then I always give it like a little love tap so that way I know it's in there. Hit the brake, get my air. That way it's building up air as I'm getting ready to go. Reattach my lines. my electrical cable. So my lines are good, make sure everything's checked, everything's tight. I'll go ahead and double check this one more time. Make sure that's in the point that it needs to be in, which it is. Then I'll go around over here and just kick it one more time. Anything else that's left, I'll pick up, throw it in there. Then I'll go around and check my truck, make sure everything is on, or my trailer, and make sure everything is on, that everything is still going. Good, I got a phone call, I think. Tim the pool man. What up, Tim? Where you at with it? Damn, well, you already beat me. I'm heading back to the house now too. Shit. I got a 3-hour drive. Yeah, I mean, I got my birthday next week, so I might try to see if I can find something.
Hey, counting these commas, we run it up. All of these hoes, they won't come with us. Sipping that dirty, she getting real sloppy. Staying high, now she living the dreams. On the pants, Magello on me. Jolly Ranchers mix it up with the lean. Johnny Dang, all my diamonds on fleek. Pop me a perk, cause she think I'm a geek. Hot in that land while you looking at me. Counting this money, you ain't on my team. Setting a plot, we running through schemes. Hundreds on hundreds on hundreds, I want me a million. I ain't gon' stop till I'm rich. Getting this money like Money Mitch. Promise again that I never switch. Yeah, she always talking, saying fashion over, spin bars like I'm Donald Glover. It's my only turn, yeah, I'm taking over. I just got them bands, now she wanna dance. Hit her from the back, ain't no minute man. It's my only chance, we don't ride with snakes. Man, I'm going in, I don't need no breaks. Man, I'm going off, man, I'm going off.